Hello and welcome back to Natural Stone Outlet. Today we are going to make a comparison between Jura Beige and Jura Grey. So we are going to explain everything about both limestones and see what they have in common. Let's have a look. So here we have two samples that show what you can expect in terms of Jura Beige. Here we have a light variation and here we have a dark variation. Please note that this sample is polished, this one is honed, but nonetheless you will find on the light variation a light kind of structure, background, while on the dark you have a slightly darker color tone, darker beige. Yeah, all in all, the Jura Beige presents this kind of messy structure with lots of calcite, occasional shells and fossils here and there, and a very unpredictable structure. So this is what's characteristic about the Jura Beige limestone. And if we compare it to the Jura Grey, we have about the same kind of structure, same kind of unpredictable structure, color tone variation with lighted colored areas, darker colored areas, quite a lot of calcite and fossils. So essentially we have a bit the same look, the same feel as the Jura Beige, but with a silver color, with a grey color. So this is essentially what makes these two limestones so different. It's just the color, basically. So if the Jura Beige has a warmer color, has a warmer kind of feel and look, a more earthy look, the Jura Grey is more, it's colder. It's more concrete, you know. So one, it's warm, the other is cold. So essentially, this would be the main difference between the two limestones. Right here we have an additional sample that I just wanted to show as a complement to the Jura Grey. You can expect some kind of mixed color. So here what we have is what is called Jura Cocktail. Cocktail is a mix of two colors, the grey silver with some beige. Please note that the beige is not as light as the Jura Beige, so it's a bit darker, but you know, already has some beige color tone. And here we have a blend between the two, mostly silver, grey, and some occasional beige areas. So this would be a direct variation of the Jura Grey. It's more commercial and it's more affordable. And finally on this side we have two samples that represent very small portion of the extraction. So you don't find too much quantity of these two variations, but still, you can still find some smaller quantities. You can apply them on small jobs. So what we have here is the Jura vein cut. So essentially, you turn the block, you sawn the slabs, and this is what you get. You get a vein cut structure, where you can see the veinage running along the surface of the stone. So, and we see the same for the Jura Beige and the Jura Grey. So you see the same kind of structure with light areas and dark areas, but the veinage running along the surface. And if the Jura Grey vein cut has a silver grey color, the Jura Beige has a beige color. So essentially, again, it's consistent with everything we have said so far, that the main difference between the two limestones, it's the color. That's about it. So yeah, well, this is it about the comparison between the two limestones. If you need to know more information, you can check our blog. You can contact us. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you for watching.